only the last quarter of the race where if you start doing special things to help cool everything down is where you get the benefit. So leading at the start doesn't really give you that much benefit in terms of battery or car or tyres or whatever. So I still think you'll see the drivers not really wanting to lead. I could be wrong. I wouldn't mind a normal Formula E race, especially outside of the front. I just want to do what happened in Mexico where I take lead and clear off, but it won't happen. But we'll see. Thank you, Jake. Cheers, mate. Now just break the hex now. That's all you need to do. I mean, if I have a bad race now, I'm done. We ain't changed, mate. Oh no, that's a lot of pressure for me because it's sort of part of the job to talk to him, so that's going to be tricky. But you guys asked for it, and I owe it to you in the chat. You've given us the time and dedication to be watching this wherever you are watching it from in the world. The least I can do is bring you what you want to see. Anything in the chat? Any questions? Yeah, okay. Let's go see the Mahindra driver for this weekend, Roberto Mari. Now, those who have been watching motorsport for a while you'll know the name because it was only 2015 that Roberto was racing in Formula 1 for a season, and he's been doing sports car racing, done some endurance as well in that time. So let's have a chat with him. You might have seen us chat with him in the track walk if you watch the Instagram content, which I'm sure you do because you're here now. So while what we call the sports press team, which is the local one that goes out on all the screens, is talking to Lucas, let's see if we can dive in just very quickly and talk to Roberto. Hey Roberto, this is a Formula E Instagram Live that you were specifically requested by the fans.
Thank you.
How's the weekend going so far? I mean, this is a real steep learning curve. It's such a difficult track.
Yeah, I mean, obviously qualifying was not so good. First lap I had zero grip because the track was very dusty, especially on the quali. It was more than what we were expecting. Then on the second run, I stopped a bit early to be able to do 2 laps, but probably was a wrong strategy because on the first lap, obviously the track was, especially in our group, it's having a lot of evolution lap to lap. And I did my lap a bit too early, and then on the last lap my tires were a bit too hot already. You know, here in Jakarta you need to take a lot of care of the tire temperature, and if you overheat the tires a little bit, then it's gone. Then yeah, I mean obviously there is a lot to learn. This morning on the pre-practice too, I was checking a lot. Like we changed so much the car that it was like another car compared to yesterday, and everything what I learned yesterday I could not use for today. And then we went something in between for the quali, and you know, all 3 times I went to the track, it was completely different, you know. Then, yeah, let's see on the race if I can get a good experience, make a good race, manage my energy as best as I can. It's going to be my first ever race. Managing energy, lifting a coach, I mean, I did that in Formula 1 because we had a small deposit in the manor. But yeah, but let's see how it goes. I mean, it's going to be a nice experience. I am happy to be here, and hopefully tomorrow I can improve much more.
So we know about the racing, we know about the experience now behind the car, but talk to me about the experience of Formula E, the paddock in general. What do you think?
The atmosphere here, especially here in Jakarta, I mean, it's the second time I've been to Berlin, and it's very, very nice. I mean, fans are really excited about our race, and I mean, everything here. I mean, I know every driver here on the grid already. I raced with them in the past, and I mean, it's a nice grid of drivers. It's really talented drivers around here, and it's nice. I like a lot of the atmosphere teams. I see that it's like a big family here, you know. It's not like they are like really, obviously they are fighting. I mean, we want to fight and we want to beat the others, but I see like it's kind of a family that goes forward, and it's a very nice atmosphere in the paddock, to be honest.
Great to hear. Well, all the best in the race. Thank you, Roberto. There we go. You ask, we deliver. That's always nice to hear that it's a friendly paddock, because that's how we feel. We've been here. I've been here for years and years and years now, so I know that. But when someone comes in for their first full race experience as a driver, it's nice to hear them say that. Anything else we can ask in the chat? All right, let's head up to Nissan and talk to Sasha, because and also I've heard that there's some people requesting to talk about the Now Vincent, you've got to be very careful here because there is a Mahindra front nose cone and a side panel here, so careful please, mate. All right, I'm going to guide you over. Big step, that's it. Next second big step. Oh, he's just nailed it. Didn't need my help at all. Didn't need my help at all. But that's an expensive bit of kit there. He didn't want to be the reason that it might not be able to be used. So, okay, we're talking about looking through these tyres around that I could finish out. I imagine they're probably taking them. There's some tyres in the back of the garage. Maybe, yeah. I mean, that's two drivers' sets of tyres there at the back of the garage. And instantly, you can see that there's kind of looks like there's 4 separate parts of the tyres. And that's kind of 4 different compounds that are making up that tyre, which means that once you get through one, it's quite quick to get into the others. So once you get up to temperature with tyres, you can start losing grip quite quickly. And that's what they mean by saying, you know, when they're up to temperature, when they're ready for the maximum grip, and when they start to kind of being suboptimal or not optimal. So yeah, that's what they're dealing with. That's the situation with the tyres, and the heat plays a massive role in that. If you were on the stream earlier, you would have heard me say about what the drivers are saying. Are you going inside, Sasha?
I am.
Right, can I give you 5 seconds, please?
Yeah.
It's very, very warm. Talk to me about qualifying. Talk to me about race game plan and general Jakarta vibes.
Well, I definitely didn't get this. Pick up the little gift.
That's really key.
That is really
But
cute.
you have had that before.
Yeah, I got taken away one of them, unfortunately. Nah, but tricky qualifying. Honestly, going from Monaco to this, you know, in terms of the whole Nissan clan, you know, 1, 2, 3 in Monaco, and here we're really far. It's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Now we need to focus on the race. Hopefully scoring some point. I think I'm starting 12, so it's not far from points, and that's our target at the moment. For sure, tomorrow we'll try to improve from today's mistake, because I think the chance of going to the duel was there. We just didn't maximize some potential of the car. Myself, I felt like the lap wasn't too bad, but this is racing. It is what it is. Now we need to focus on the race and tomorrow.
Biggest challenge for the race, what's it going to be?
I think tire management is going to be very, very tricky. It's very hot. I think it's over 60 degrees of track temperature. So, yeah, it's going to be a difficult one for the tires. And on the race, I think it's going to be quite hard to overtake. We're pushing quite a lot into turn 1. You know, it's going to be a little bit more of like I would say gate zone situation, not too much like Berlin and Monaco, where, you know, we were having to save a lot. Here it's going to be quite a fast race. So we'll see what we can do. Overtaking will be hard, but it will be, you know, if it happens, it will be some cool moves. So hopefully I can be one of them.
All the best, mate. Go get cool.
Thanks.
Right, important for them to keep cool now, because we haven't actually got a great deal of time. It's here just under 2 hours until this race starts. And yeah, it's going to be a warm one. It's interesting. You've got kind of agreement from the drivers that we've spoken to about the way this race is going to pan out. There's a slight difference of opinion on a few things, but that's always natural in racing. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this race pans out. Are we going to see people pushing in that first half of the race, saving in the first half of the race, they're having it all, you know, pushing full out racing in the second